Okay, so now we're getting to that nice roaring boil that I was talking about earlier, which is exactly what you want to see with occasionally stirring. Um, this needs to do this for about 10 minutes so that you get a nice thick, um, solidification in your jam. If you want more of a jelly, you can cook it for like an extra 5 minutes and it'll be fine. Um, but yeah, in turn, the other thing is because, like I said, we're getting close to moving the jam into our jars. As you see here, I have white vinegar. And the reason why I have that is because of the fact that you need to take that white vinegar in a clean paper towel and you need to wipe around the rims of the jars. One, for sanitation, it helps keep any germs that could have potentially came in, while you were waiting, off, but it also helps you to give that nice suction seal when you go to put these jars into that canner. Also, one of the great things is when you buy this water bath canner, you can buy it as a complete kit from Walmart, eBay, a couple different places, and they're all different prices. But I paid $35 for mine at Walmart. I ordered it offline. They sent it to my house. I don't like to go to the store if I don't have to. But anyway, nonetheless, this kit comes with numerous things other than just the water bath canner itself. And one of them happens to be the funnel, which makes it nice and easy to get your stuff into your jar and keep it nice and clean instead of spewing all over the counter. You have this little thing right here. On the bottom is a magnet, and that's when you're turning around and you are freshly boiling these, like right off the bat. It makes it so you don't have to stick your hand in the hot water because it just kind of suctions up the lid itself, which I'll show you here in a minute when I go to put the lids onto the jars. But on top of that, it also helps, when you do it like I did, it also helps with making it faster for you to just simply pick them up and stick them on top and just put your finger there and then twist the tops on. Because when you twist the top on, what you want to do is make sure that that top is on pretty tight before you put it in the water bath canner. So, yep, see, you can see that congeal on the spoon, which is what you want to, you want to see. Very, 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 good sign that everything is moving the way it needs to. Now, also understand that when you pour this originally into those jars, it's still going to be kind of runny, but as the jelly cools, it will solidify even more for you, and you'll be good to go. So don't panic. If you see and it's kind of runny and you're like, hey, what happened? Did I mess up? No, you didn't mess up. It's just a process, and it's really simple. A lot of people get really intimidated when it comes to canning. I know I did when I first, started, but I realized, it's not as complicated as a lot of people think that it is. And it's not that scary, especially when you're using the water bath canner. Like I said, it's a little different when you're using the pressure canner, because I've heard of them exploding on people and things like that, and not good results. But, other than that, here we are. See, it's taking a long time for it to, drip off. That is a very, very, very good sign. Here in about 30 seconds, this will be done boiling, and I can move it over there to the jars and start pouring it in. I will tell you also, while you're doing this, to be very careful. It helps if you have a soup ladle or something that you can just kind of scoop it into without trying to pour the pot over the jar directly. One, because it's going to make a mess, and two, your pot's going to be hot, so you want to make sure that you're ready to go. Even if you just have like a measuring cup and you pour it in there, it's better than trying to do it just straight over the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that off because, you know, I can now. And we're going to get ready to start filling these jars because we want to have ourselves some yummy jam for later. So all I'm going to do is kind of scoot this over, and we're going to kind of scoot these other jars out of the way so that they're kind of like in an assembly line. And what you're going to do is, like I said, you're going to turn around and you're going to scoop this out. You're going to kind of pour it down in there. Like I said, it's going to seem kind of liquidy-ish. It's okay. Don't panic. You want to leave just about an inch of headspace. As you can see here, it's pretty much basically right to that line on the jar right here is your good angle guess. So like what I was talking about, if you want to see the magnetic effect, say it just really quickly picks it up for you. You pop it on, then you take the band and you turn it. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. Hopefully you're seeing this. Ow, that's hot. But like I said, I just kind of twisted it on there pretty tight. Word of advice, because I just had a blonde moment. When you're putting the lids on to tighten it, make sure you have a towel or something, a little hand towel, so that it doesn't burn you as much. Oops, because it does get hot. So we have that one. We're going to set that right there for right now. We're going to move over to the next and pour it in. Doing that same thing, you know, scooping up the jelly jam in there and putting it nice and full. Just jump that little bad boy over to the next one. Get your next lid, your next band. I'm gonna have to do this like crazy.